You heard of come across Stephen Covey's written book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is his other book called The 8th Habit. And what's so good about this is so often we hear things that are negative, or it's so easy to be critical and to say things aren't going the way we want them to go. And what Covey has done through his organisation is to look at what are the what are the factors that make, not just for good organisations, but for great organisations that survive through the long haul, and also not just survive but thrive as well and flourish. And so he's got a huge experience across business background. I think there's a lot that we can learn from within the health service. So part of this is really as a plug to encourage you to sign up for. It's a 3-day training course, in 2 days in May and 1 in June, which we've got at the Holiday Inn in Brentford. And I think it's something that would really be, I think, a great encouragement to us in terms of as we think about going over to speaking up to the private commissioning arms. But I don't want to talk too long, but just to say it all starts from the way that you see things. This is a little sort of diagram here. The way you see things affects what you do and affects leads to the results that you get. So if you see, if you like, and I work as a psychiatrist, if you see lots of problems, you'll behave in such a way that those problems are maybe insurmountable, they're too difficult, and they will be. But if you see opportunities, you will approach them as opportunities, and you are more likely, not necessarily always, more likely to get positive results out of that. So, but what happens is that we get stuck in a certain way of thinking. Let me show you here. Stuck it out. I don't know if you've come across this, then I just request you can come right from it. You see these 9, come across the 9 dots. How can you join these 9 dots together with just 4 straight lines and without taking your pen off the paper?
There's a way.
Join all these 9 dots. Okay. With 4 straight lines without taking your pen off the paper. Any suggestions?
Oh, I've done it somewhere. I can't remember what I did.
That still means.
Yeah, you missed
No, but then you missed the spot. Oh, then that's this.
What it is you go like this. Or, you see, what happens is, if you've never done it before, you've never seen it before, it's so easy to keep thinking inside the box, and you keep thinking inside the box, and you spend ages and ages. And so often, a lot of our issues, a lot of our challenges come because we can't get outside the box. Now, what Covey has done is he's looked at what are those organisations that, as I said, that don't just do well, but actually thrive in the long haul. And he's managed to put it down into 4 very simple, but not simplistic ideas. First, central to everything else is this whole issue about inspiring trust. If the relationships aren't good, if I don't trust you, you don't trust me, no matter how good the organisation is, no matter how great the plan is, okay, no matter how well funded it is, it will stall. So he talks about what does it actually mean to have working relationships where we're able to trust one another, and how can we encourage that. We can have great trust, but if we don't know where we're going, and if we don't know what's important, then again, we'll have lots of good intentions and we'll get nowhere. The second big thing is he talks about what does it mean to clarify purpose. Then, it's about, from once we're clear where we want to go, how do we have systems in place that don't need us to be there? I was just talking to Nick a moment ago, Nick Ralph, and he was just sort of saying how that's exactly where he's at, really, in the sense of he's been involved very hands-on, but now it's thinking about how to let people go off and just carry on and bring progress forward. We've got to have systems in place that allow that. And then how do you align and unleash talent? How do you get people where they are most gifted, where their strengths lie, and rather than hold them back? That's, if you like, an overview of the programme. And then the other slides here just sort of show you that aspect of it. And I'll just touch one more thing on here. Often, when it comes to inspiring trust, we need to treat people as whole people. Often it's so easy to think about people as just getting a job done, but we are mind, body, heart and spirit. And when we engage people as whole people, then we can then get a much higher level of commitment from them. And he's just showing from rebelling or quitting onto creating